Thanks, Christian. Now, of course, we know there's a lot of excitement for a new year and some changes as well as students are heading back to class today.
This morning, Superintendent Dr. Adam Swinyard is here with us on the show. Dr. Swinyard, good morning. Happy first day of school.
Yeah, happy first day.
I know, it's very exciting. Tell us about what messaging you're telling students this year as we head into the 2024-25 school year.
Yeah, well, you know, we want kids to love school, and we want them to have fun and look forward to each day, and we want them to be challenged academically. So really excited to kick things off and looking forward to a great year.
Absolutely.
And one of the things you were just talking about before we got on air here was just how excited kids seem to be this school year.
Yeah, you know, that's what we want.
Yeah.
And so it's been really neat to hear staff. We have kids have a conference with their teacher before the start, so those happened last week. And there's just lots of really positive energy and lots of optimism looking ahead to today.
We love that. Now, you've also been really vocal about the cell phone policy.
Yes.
We've seen that a lot
Yes.
leading up to this first day of school.
Yes.
Tell us, first of all, what is the cell phone policy as it stands right now?
Yeah, so elementary and middle school, no cell phones. So, you know, only before or after school as they're getting on campus, but once they step inside, no cell phones. And at high school, no phones in the classroom, but then they can use them in the hallways and then in the cafeteria. So that'll be a big transition for our school district. You know, those devices, they're highly addictive. And so it's going to be a process, not an event, as we help kids learn some more healthy habits around having a personal device.
And now this isn't just an SPS thing. I mean, school districts all over the country are going to very similar rules and regulations in place for their students. Do you find this trend, I'm sure you're going to find it to be very helpful, but what are parents or even students saying?
Yeah, well, we've heard overwhelmingly positive feedback from families, from staff, from the community. I think, you know, the kids are apprehensive because, again, those devices are really addictive and really stimulating. And really, you know, this has just evolved really over the last decade and a half, where we've kind of woke up one day now and kids are on their devices, not just like a couple hours a day. The research is showing 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. Not only the sleep deprivation alone should have us concerned, but what they're ingesting. Getting exposure to bullying, harassment, normalization of violence, sexualization. It's not healthy for kids. And so it's not realistic to say we're going to take all the devices and, you know, it's part of their life, and technology has many incredible advantages.
Sure.
This is about having some healthy boundaries at home, helping parents be aware of the supervisory tools. It's about having some healthy boundaries inside of our schools. And then our big push, every kid, every day, doing something after school in real life.
Yeah, and that actually brings me up to my next question. This has been on your heart for a long time. We talked about this 1 year ago about doing something outside of the classroom. You said every student. And this year, it's, the campaign is called IRL, or In Real Life. I love that. Came up with an acronym. Tell us about In Real Life.
Yeah, well, you know, again, over the last decade and a half, what has normalized for the childhood experience is an excessive amount of time on screens, being at home, isolating yourself, and really interacting with the world through a device. And the research is really clear. When kids are engaged together, in person, face-to-face time, the benefits to that are significant. And really for us, that focus comes through extracurricular activities. That could be a club, it could be performing arts, it could be playing a sport. Really, every kid, every day, we want to make that the norm, and we want to work together on that as a community. Because again, a lot of these habits have shifted, and the pandemic really accelerated. Didn't cause it, but the pandemic accelerated that.
Now, Dr. Swinyard, before we let you go today, is there anything that you would like to say to all of the students and maybe even the staff members for the district this year? Yeah,
well, again, you know, our schools are really the heart of our neighborhoods, and they're a place where kids can come together to be in community and relationship with each other, as well as, you know, push themselves academically and start thinking about their future. And, you know, Spokane has a lot to be proud of. We have amazing educators who love these kids like they're their own and work so hard for them to have a positive experience. And it's, you know, it's a team effort. Parents, the community, our schools, when we're all working together, that's when we're going to get the best experience for our kids.
Absolutely. All right, Dr. Swinyard, thank you so much. And happy first day of school, everyone. We'll be right back.